สวัสดีครับ
ครับ
มีแดงโมปั่นใช่ไหมครับ
อันนี้จะเป็นสลูปี้ค่ะ เป็นชลักเป็นสลัดชี
สลัชชี่
ใช่
โอเคขอสลัชชี่หนึ่งแก้วนะครับ
ใช่ค่ะ
หวานใช่ไหมครับ
เป็นหวานธรรมชาติของแตงโมคือไม่ได้ผสมน้ำเชื่อมน้ำตาล
โอเคดีขอบคุณมากครับ
All right, I'm gonna have to leave you guys for a couple of days and then I'll be back. But I've decided I need to go and see something different for a couple of days. No use putting it off. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. No, don't hold me tight. No, don't do it. I got a safe space parameter that can fit the Taj Mahal.
I'm generally afraid of heights, so naturally I'm here. Don't get me wrong, it's not risen to the point where it's a phobia, but with a clear, translucent, or transparent floor and being so high up, yeah, I'm afraid of heights. By the way, obviously the heartbeat was added in, but the clanking sounds, not so much. They happened live. So, how'd I get here?
I basically laid the bags out to see how many bags I will need to cover this space. And also, they suffocate the stuff that's already underneath there, so it's going to kill it, which will make it easier for me to then redo the garden. Once the plants grow this time, though, I'm going to mulch it and see how that works. It'll look better, anyways. All right, plants. See you in a few days.
The drive from Khon Kaen to Leh is relatively easy, probably about 2.5 hours or so, depending on what part of Khon Kaen you're coming from. Then it's an additional 45 to 50 minutes to the actual town of Chiang Khan, which is the riverside town. It's a pleasant drive. At parts of it, it's really scenic and beautiful. A bit frustrating because the road goes from double lane to single lane back to double lane, and some people are in an awful hurry and they're doing it during really curved paths, so you don't have a lot of time to see the mountain scenery when you're driving, especially if you're doing it alone. If you're coming from Bangkok, you can take a flight from Suvarnabhumi or from Don Mueang Airport to the Leh Airport. The flight takes about 45 minutes or so. Tickets are really cheap. And then you can rent a car or a motorbike and drive up to Chiang Khan. Again, it's about a 50-minute drive up to Chiang Khan, give or take. There are, I think, 3 or 4 stoplights on the way there. I was kind of lucky getting there because I think everyone was green. Coming back, not so much. Everyone was red. Having had absolutely nothing for breakfast that morning, I was famished by the time I got to the city of Leh. Now, the city of Leh is relatively small, but it does have an airport. Now, on the northwest side of the town of Leh, there is a restaurant called Lan Chang Restaurant. It's on the northwest side of the airport, as a matter of fact. I think you could get from the airport to this restaurant in 5 minutes. The restaurant itself, the layout and everything was really cool. It's a large facility, although the central pillar area was kind of blocked off. I think they're renovating it. I'm not really sure. They had 3 Jeeps parked in the way, and I didn't bother going there. As a matter of fact, I was ushered away when I got too close. But anyways, the food was excellent. I ordered Thai-style dishes. They came out exactly Bangkok style. Normally, when you're in an Isan restaurant, you run the risk of their Bangkok-style dishes coming out to you kind of quasi-Isan style. But in this situation, it was exactly what I was wanting, and oh man, it was so good. I am impressed, not obsessed, but I am impressed with a capital I, if that can happen in the English language. Again, it's in the main town of Leh, not the city of Chiang Khan. But once I was finished with lunch, it was time to take the 50-minute drive north to my final destination. All right. So lunch is over.
kilometers.
Yes, thank you very much. Instructions. I got the jelly in my belly already, so it's time to head towards Chiang Khan. Woohoo! Very pretty countryside here, although you can't really see much of it from the cell phone footage here because, well, the haze is so bad that the mountains are obscured. Leh, specifically Chiang Khan, has become very popular these days as a getaway spot. It's kind of like the new big thing or the new quote-unquote hidden thing that's not really hidden anymore. One of the things that impresses me about the town, though, is not just that it is a place with all the amenities, right? You've got hotels all up and down this one street. You've got restaurants and cafes and that sort of thing. But the thing that impresses me about that is scattered throughout on the street itself are residential houses of people who actually own a house. It's a single-family home. There's a two-car garage or whatever. They're parked there. They live there. They know each other. They communicate with their friends across the street. So it's a community. It's an actual lived community. It's the artificiality of some of the tourist spots that I've been to in Thailand and elsewhere, other places, is a bit of a turnoff for me because I grew up partially in Florida, and the plasticity of, say, Disney World or whatever, it kind of gets to you after a while, and you start wanting to seek the real Florida, like on your canoe or on your boat or whatever. Chiang Khan is authentic feeling. It's a nice little town, and the views are beautiful. The hotel that I stayed at was really nice. I'll put the information here for you. It's called the Sunita Hotel. I think there are two of them. It says hostel on the website, but it's not a hostel. I am way too old right now in my life and way too grumpy to put up with hostel living. I'm not saying that it's beneath me or anything like that, but I'm a man that deserves a little bit of privacy and demands a bit of privacy. And basically, we human beings are just kind of like walking sacks of contagious liquids, and I'd rather not mix my liquids with other people's liquids. Thank you very much. Most of the hotels, like the middle-class style hotels, are laid out the same way. You've got a lobby that's in the middle and then rooms on either side of a central hallway. There's no elevator. You've got to walk a flight of steps. But you can see the view in the back in most of these lobbies. It's really cool. It's really nice, especially in the morning when the breeze is coming through and it's a little bit damp, a little bit cool. It's just a nice feeling. It's a great way to relax if you're an early riser like me. It was over 40 degrees that day, so I went out looking for food and some refreshing drinks. I found some refreshing drinks, but no food at all. Luckily, I had eaten a large lunch, so I wasn't that hungry. Everything was closed. I picked a really bad week to come here because it's the week before Songkran. Many of the businesses have shut down, so everything was closed in the evening. Normally, it's a thriving night market, and it's really, really cool looking. I saw none of that. As a matter of fact, I was beside a family that was going through a funeral procession of some kind, so it didn't put me in a party mood, and I really don't. I don't want to walk around looking like I'm having the time of my life when people are in mourning. I want to respect that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I decided to go out and look at the river, and it was beautiful. It is really hard to overstate how important the Mekong River is to the people of Thailand and the surrounding countries. I believe China, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Vietnam all rely on the Mekong River to one extent or another. 60 million people get their livelihoods from this river. There are 1,200 species of fish in this river. It is one of the most biodiverse rivers in the world, and I believe it's the 12th longest river in the world. It is a massive, important body of water, and beautiful. I was expecting it to be tea-colored, but every time that I went out to look at the river, it had a greenish appearance to it, so maybe it's just reflecting the foliage off of the Laos side, the mountains, the green mountains or whatever. But yeah, normally I expect the Mekong to look tea-colored, but no, it was green.
It's not yet 7 o'clock, but I want to go to the skywalk while it's early and not so hot. This definitely has the feel of a small town village. I thought, and I was kind of worried that it might be a bit touristy, because there are lots and lots of vendors here, lots of restaurants, lots of little hotels and hostels along the street. But many of the buildings along the main road here, this walking street, so to speak, many of them are private houses with people who actually live in them. As a matter of fact, there was a conversation that woke me up this morning between two women, each standing across the street from each other, neighbors, I guess, yelling back and forth, friendly yelling, just, like, how you doing? Things like that, but obviously in the Lao or Thai language. Very nice little place. Very peaceful. It's a great place to escape too. Reminds me of a famous quote by Alfred Lord Tennyson, or maybe it was Lord Byron, I can't remember. With so much drama in the Adam Sea, it's kind of hard being Snoop Deal Double G. I might be paraphrasing.
Several of the hotels on the west side of the walking street actually use this temple's parking lot as the parking lot that we're supposed to use. As a matter of fact, I parked my car here while staying at the hotel. The hotel is literally across the street and just a few steps down to the left. It's a beautiful temple. And the Tathagata has explained the origin of those things which proceed from a cause. Their cessation he has also explained. This being, that becomes. From the arising of this, that too must arise. This not being, that cannot become. From the ceasing of this, that too must cease. I've always loved dependent origination and the concept of it and the way that it's explained so beautifully by the Buddhists. It's 7:30 now, so I want to hurry up and get over to the skywalk. While I am driving there, you can see that a lot of the Thai tourists that are in town, and that's not a lot of people this morning, by the way. Again, it's the week before Songkran, so not a lot of people are here. But they've rented these bicycle rentals that you can get all up and down the street, and they're getting their morning exercise before the sun comes out and just beats down on them. It's also nice to be driving along and seeing the monks doing their alms rounds. Lots of monks in this particular township. There are several temples, and the temples seem to all have several monks in them. So naturally, you're going to see a lot of them doing their alms rounds. A lot of the citizens are out there early. They've got that food laid out and everything. It's a ritual that they do every morning. My grandmom was really, really into doing that kind of thing. As a matter of fact, she was really picky about the way I behaved when I was doing it with her. I've got many a smack on my hand because I committed some kind of grandma faux pas while doing the feeding of the monks during the alms round. Yeah, my family loves trauma. It's steeped in trauma. Anyways, on to the skywalk now.
So we've only just begun. We're at the bottom of the mountain, basically, and it is getting steeper and steeper and scarier and scarier. I feel like I need a barf bag. No, I'm just kidding. But it is quite steep, and this guy is hauling ass. Dear Lord. I don't know about all this. But it's a quick ascent. The reason why I know this is because I drove the car up to the top before I was told I couldn't do it. I had to turn back around and come back up this way. But that's all right. I'm the only person on this, so it's first class. First class, baby. We're at the top already, so it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Shoo-hoo! Here we are, skywalk time.
Why am I the only one here? I wonder if the locals know something I should be knowing. Don't look down. Don't look down. Just keep walking. Stare at the horizon. So to get up to the skywalk, you're going to drive 19 kilometers to the west of the city of Chiang Khan. And then at the foot of the mountain, there's going to be a bunch of songtals that are parked there and free parking signs. Park there, then you're going to have to buy a ticket, jump on a songtal. The songtal driver will actually take you if you're the only person there, which I was. I was the the only person for like miles, and they drove me up the mountain on my own. And the guy actually waited for me to fill my stuff, which only took about an hour or so, I guess. And then he drove me back down the mountain. So it is convenient. It cost about 40 baht, but I was doing it as a Thai citizen because I'm dual citizen. It is double priced, unfortunately, so you're going to have to pay more if you are a Farang. After that, I went back to my hotel room, rested up, took another shower because I had already been sweating, and decided to return back to Khon Kaen. I would have stayed another night, but everything was closed. I like quietness, and I like being able to call a vacation destination mine or all my own. But when everything is closed, to include some really cool looking Vietnamese restaurants I wanted to try out, and some cafes I would have liked to have hung out in. When everything's closed and the weather is just so stifling hot, there's nowhere to sit. Like, I couldn't go to a public park and sit on the bench. I'd be melted within 5 minutes. I'm made of sugar. I'll melt. So I was just in the mood to go back to Khon Kaen and make sure that my plants weren't dead. I really enjoyed this little village. I will come back to it definitely for sure. I'd like to be able to come back when the night markets are all open, and it's really just really magical at night. It looks a lot like Chiang Mai's Old Town at night, the walking street, but it has a more rural charm to it, like I said, because on this street, it's not just businesses. People actually live on this street as well. It's funny to have a hotel bumped up against, say, a personal house, but that's just the way this town is. Again, I will come back. I wish I had more like pretty things to show you and more lively, interesting things to show you, but this is not the vacation I wanted. It is the vacation I got, or the short stint that I got. And I liked it. I enjoyed it. It is what it is. I had a decent time. Hopefully the next time I come back, more things will be opened. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I love you and missed you. I appreciate you, and I wish you all the best in life. Try to get away, have a nice time, relax, try to beat the heat, try to do what I did, just survive from day to day. See you next time.